Without stillness, we are unable to hear God. Without submission, we are unable to own what God is saying to us. Without humility, we are unable to understand what God is teaching us. Without innocence, we are unable to choose where God is directing. Without honesty, we're blind to all of it. And now, without the Holy Spirit, there is no life in any of it. The second thing that is basic and very important is the Holy Spirit is a person. The Holy Spirit is a person. Is it such a big deal if we think of him as an it instead of a him? What do we lose? Let's just say, what's the difference? We'll accept him as an impersonal force, not necessarily a person. What do we lose? Well, we'll start with this. We lose the Trinity. As soon as the Holy Spirit becomes an it, you no longer have a Trinity. Well, okay, so we have a duo. No, that's not going to work. What is it so important then with this Trinity? What's important about that? The thing to understand about, and I still remember this as one of our kids he came home with a drawing from youth church, and it was a big face. And the parent asked, "What's this?" It's the Godhead. I said, "Hey, okay, they nailed it down. We have the Godhead. We have three persons in one, right? Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Well, what's the big deal there? Well, God in Himself is perfect community. God in Himself has all the love and company and everything else He needs, all in Himself. That's part of what it means to be self-existent. Nothing caused God. He was before all things. All things are in Him as He created everything. But God in Himself is perfect community. Well, why is that such a big deal? Well, because that will set up how you actually see God. If you have this caricature of this entity that's out there, and He was so lonely, and so He created people, so we're here to keep God company. And as a matter of fact, when you show up on Sunday morning and say you believe in God, you're doing God a favor because God's lonely. No. God is perfect community. God didn't create us because He needed us. God didn't create us because He needed us. He created us so He had an object of love. He created us out of love. Something else to experience what this community was all about. So God doesn't need us, but He certainly loves us. It sets your whole notion in place on how that works. 4 things, 4 operative phrases, 4 terms by which God says if you're doing these honestly and you're doing them by biblical definition, He guarantees that you'll be in the Spirit. All this important stuff we were talking about, well, what 4 things? It said walk by the Spirit, be led by the Spirit, live by the Spirit, keep in step with the Spirit. Walk, led, live, step. Walk, led, live, step. If you're looking for something that says, I know I can be connecting better with God, the Holy Spirit is the primary point to look at. Because if this is a weak connection, none of the rest matters. None of the rest matters.